Hi everyone, I am Dr. A. Sedupati, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Engineering, Coimbatore. I welcome you all for my lecture video series. So in this video, the topic is reducing assembly costs, a strategic overview. So this is the one of the topic under product design and development. So we will working in a R&D department or research and development, making a new products or researching or using the new technologies, how the product will be used in the different from the existing product, or how it will be manufactured by using new technologies, and how it will be reducing the assembly costs. For example, we will see the automation industries for manufacturing of the car or two-wheeler something, how the assembly section will be runs. First, what is the part will be they choose to assemble, and how it will be fastening, or some areas going to spot weldings. All the assembling areas are under in the automation. So one or two laborers will be working, well-trained laborers, and all other assembling areas will be automated using robots or some other technical equipments. So we are reducing the assemblies. How it will be possible? So we reduce the parts, the assembly will be reduced. So in this video, we clearly deals how the assembly cost will be reduced from the total manufacturing expenses, and especially focuses on the areas like labors, materials, and equipment we use to assembling, and overhead to improve profitability. How to overhead the profitability in the assembly side for the product. So how we reduce the labor cost in assembly? So we are using some technical or technologies like lean manufacturing. So what is lean manufacturing? So eliminating waste. So we will eliminate the waste, automatically we save the cost. So this is the one of the strategy we are using in labor cost optimization. The next one is automation. That is, we are using robot handles and for the repetitive tasks, and cutting labor cost by 30% in the automatic or automation industries. So we are using robots. For example, the labor used in the CNC machines, the laborers have lunch time or break time or some other recess times, but the robot have no break times, no lunch times. So the robots continuously producing the parts or continuously working. So the automation is saving 30% of labor costs. So this is one of the strategy we are using in the automation industries. Then skill training. The laborers who are using to manufacturing the parts, the industry persons will give the proper training, and the trained or skilled laborers we are using to manufacturing the parts. So this is another strategies we are using to minimize the assembly costs by laborers. So this is material cost reduction. We are using the strategy of value engineering. For value engineering, we are using redesigning the product. For example, we are using the ferrous material, the same strength and same strong materials like aluminum alloys we are using, and the material cost will be reduced. So this is one of the strategy, and standardized components. So we are using a standard component to assemble the product. So the component standardization is very important. We are each component with a unique geometrical shape and standard value. The next one is volume discounts. So negotiate bulk pricing with suppliers for cost savings. So this is one of the strategy all the peoples are using. For example, we will go to purchase a cloth or banyan. The manufacturers or the dealers asking how many quantity you needed. So we will ask, I want 100 or 500. 100 means 100 quantity means they fix the one of the rate, and the 500 quantity means we reduce the rate from the comparatively less than the 100 quantity. So the quantity will be increased, the cost will be decreased. So this is one of the strategy we are using to minimize the components. So this is the equipment and overhead efficiency. We are using many equipments to produce the parts. That equipments, best one and new technology equipments we are using, because to reduce the scraps and reduce the reworks, so the cost will be saved. Same like overhead costs, that is called preventive maintenance. If the machine get breakdown, the cost will be increased by the manufacturing of product, because due to breakdown the machine, the production will be affected. So the laborers will be getting overtime work. So that will be increasing the product cost. So preventive maintenance to reduce the breakdowns of the machines and give the exact cost of the product. Then optimizing layouts and energy efficiency. So whenever we are switch off the electrical equipments while not running conditions, we will save the energy and save the cost. So this is some keynotes for cost reduction. So optimize labor, materials and equipment for best cost savers. So optimize the labors. Then continuous improvements in the manufacturing process. Then implement the automations to reduce the labors and reduce the reworks, rejections, and reduce the costs by product using less assembled parts. So this video will clearly describe the reduction or reduce the parts, minimize the parts to make the cost reduction of the product. Thank you.